welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back. Today I want to talk about the books that I want to be reading in December. So in my last video I had said that I had started Six of Crows. I have now actually finished this book, which is the first within a duology, looking at some criminals who are trying to take on quite possibly the most dangerous, most impossible task that has ever been requested of a group of individuals. Essentially it says, criminal prodigy Kaz Brecker has been offered a chance at a deadly heist. Break into the Ice Court, a military stronghold that has never been breached, and retrieve a hostage whose knowledge could change Grisha magic forever. To succeed would mean riches beyond Kaz's wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. So this is the first book that I have read, but obviously this is a December read, so this is what I intended to read this month. I am now reading The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. I wanted something to cleanse the palate after Six of Crows, something light, fluffy, that I didn't have to think about, and so far I'm about 25% of the way through, and it is light and fluffy and just everything that you kind of are looking for. It's about a younger woman called Jeannie who has realised that big city life is not for her. She doesn't want to spend all of her life being a workaholic, so she's moved to her aunt's called Dream Harbour, where she is taking over her aunt's cafe, and in the process has met the farmer who has played, unsurprisingly, Logan, and it just follows kind of their love story, I imagine, is what is happening. Definitely cringy, definitely a sunshine versus grumpy trope, but hopefully something, a nice quick read that I can enjoy and get through quite quickly. I am also listening to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I'd say I'm about 50% of the way through. I started that at the beginning of this month as well, and it was just something that I wanted to listen to on car journeys and just whilst I'm doing chores, just because I found that I can read more books that way by doing that. So far I'm absolutely loving it. It's about a young woman called Pip, or teenager called Pip, who is doing her EPQ, which is an extended project qualification that we do here in the UK. So it's an extended summer, it's like a summer project essentially, and she's doing it looking into an unresolved case which involved a young girl called Andy Bell and her supposed murderer, which was her boyfriend Sal Singh. And that's about as much as I can say without spoiling anything. I really love Pip's character. She's really perky so far, and definitely glad that I picked it up to read this month. I'm then also hoping to read If We Were Villains by M.L. Rie. I absolutely love Shakespeare. I loved studying it at English A level. I'm really keen to read this novel as well. Oliver Marks has just served 10 years for a murder he may or may not have committed. On the day of his release, he is greeted by the detective who put him in prison. Detective Colborne is retiring and he wants to know what really happened a decade before. I know I'm quite late to the party. I know this book came out a while ago. I really loved The Secret History by Donna Tartt, and this is the kind of vibes that I'm getting from it. So I'm really keen to see where this goes, and just a slightly darker read after The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So that's definitely something that I'm going to hopefully delve into this month as well. And then last but not least, the second in the duology, I thought I'd save the best until last. Crooked Kingdom by Leah Bardugo. So this is the second in the duology, following the 6 criminals, outcasts, whatever we want to call them, in Ketterdam, and the repercussions of the impossible heist that they took part in the first novel. So Kaz Brecker and his crew pulled off a heist so daring even they didn't think they'd survive, but instead of divvying up a fat reward, they're fighting for their lives. Double-crossed and badly weakened, the crew is low on resources, allies and hope. I definitely think this is going to be a really heavy book. So I'm a little bit kind of, I've left it till the end of the month. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, and I am hoping to finish it this month as well. It is a slightly longer book as well, and the writing is definitely a lot smaller, but it's definitely something that I'm really passionate about reading. And then my palette cleanser, and hopefully light and fluffy book, is I've asked for Legends and Lattes for Christmas, so I'm hoping I can grab that and read that after reading this. I have a feeling someone's going to die, and I'm not emotionally ready to lose any of my favourite characters in this series, so I might be a bit fragile in January's or December's reading wrap up. So that is all of my to be reads for December. I know it's not a particularly long list. I think the only other one that I am hoping to read, but I don't have high hopes, is Demon Copperhead. I will pop the book cover somewhere over here because I can't remember the author. I was lucky enough to win a free copy of this as an audiobook on BookBeats. I will put the link down below for BookBeats. Really lovely audiobook service, but I just haven't really gotten into the book yet. I think for me it's because it's giving me kind of To Kill a Mockingbird vibes, which is one of my favourite books. I studied it in school, but I'm just not grasping the book yet. I'm just not grasping the book yet and not really getting into it. Please let me know if any of you have read the book and read Demon Copperhead and would recommend it. It's so well written, I just can't get into it. It might just be one of those books that I don't finish. Speaking of did not finish and DNFing, I have a few books that I think I need to just put to the side and that I'm just not going to finish. That includes American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I've been trying to read this book since 2017, and I'll pick it up and I'll put it back down again, and I just can't seem to get into it. I love the premise of it and the characters, but I've both read it and been listening to it via audiobook on Spotify, and I just can't seem to get into it. So I think it might just be one of those ones that I have to DNF, unfortunately. But life is too short to read books we don't enjoy. I think that's everything from me going into the Christmas season properly now. Hopefully a nice productive reading session in December. I do have quite a bit of time off coming up. I just realised I'm holding these upside down. We're doing well today, aren't we? So yeah, hopefully December will be a really successful reading month. Not as successful as November. I honestly don't know how I managed to read that many books. And hopefully like a nice intro into the new year for reading. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely week, or yeah, we're halfway through the rest of your week, or day, evening, night, whenever you are watching this, and hopefully I'll see you again in my next video. You take care, everyone. Bye.